flowers here in the Sonoran Desert, in the southwestern part of the desert region of the United States, and I have found this beautiful buttercup plant. So this flower, I guess, I never had buttercups where I grew up, but there's often a children's game that is made with them where you take the buttercup and you put it under your chin and it glows. I don't know if it's doing it, but if it glows, then you like butter. Children's games, imagine that. But the great thing about these is that they have a lot of medicinal qualities and they can be edible. But the problem is that they cannot be edible raw. So this is another wild edible of the Sonoran Desert that we want to eat either dried or cooked. There is a high level of toxicity when this plant is eaten in the raw state, so you definitely don't want to just go through and use this as a survival food to munch on as you're going through the desert. It is a toxic plant eaten raw. But what I have been doing is I've been going around and gathering the plant and drying it out. And once the plant is dried, the chemical structure of the plant changes so that it can be eaten. But more importantly, it can actually be used topically. So the leaves of the plant, right here, so the leaves of the buttercup plant have rheumatism type healing properties. What is rheumatism? Arthritis, pain in the joints, pain in the muscles. So the leaves can actually be dried and then used as a poultice, which means that you crush up the leaf as a dried powder and rub it onto the sore or aching joints. Another great use for this is to use the powder in a bath, and that would infuse the bath water with the healing properties of these buttercup leaves. So again, we don't want to use anything raw with the buttercup plant, means pulling it right off and using it. In fact, if I was to rub this buttercup on my skin, it could actually create such a toxic irritation that I could develop a rash from it. And so we don't want to use any part of it like that, but once dried, it could be applied topically, and the leaves and the roots, once cooked, can be eaten and enjoyed. A lot of people say it's not the best food, but in a survival or primitive living situation, it is a great food source found locally in the southwestern and actually all over the United States. So I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the buttercup. And if you're in our Patreon, you will receive some dried buttercup and some dried leaves made into a powder so that you can try them out if you have any achy joints or arthritis symptoms, or you know somebody that does. And I hope that you enjoy exploring your neck of the woods and finding what there is to discover locally for you. So after a few weeks of having the buttercup and doing some more research, because once I find a plant, I continue to look up more of its uses, more of its effects, and learn more about it, or as much as I can. And after doing the buttercup video originally, I found out, after looking into it more extensively, that a tincture can be made out of the dried buttercup. And so that is exactly what I did. I harvested the buttercup and let it dry for about a week, and then I made a tincture with it. So this is the dried buttercup with a menstruum of Everclear vodka, which is an ethyl alcohol, and what I found out is incredible. So the tincture of the buttercup, like in the first part of the video I said was for arthritis, and this tincture goes one step further. It's really for like that sciatic nerve pain. So not only will this tincture help with the rheumatism, but it will also help with that nerve pain, especially in the sciatic, that is happening from all of these joints being tightened and the muscles tightening around these sciatic and the nerves. So I wanted to make a tincture out of it because I felt like that was really an important aspect of the healing that the buttercup can do. Another use of the tincture is for shingles. So I just recently ran into a woman, and she was telling me that once she acquired the shingles, she keeps repeatedly getting them. And while there are medications, and you want to talk to or consult your doctor before using anything like an herbal remedy if you're already taking medications for shingles, but this buttercup tincture will help with shingles and the symptoms that come with it. So I'm really excited that I found some more uses for Buttercup to share with you and to make an amazing tincture to deliver to your doorstep. I hope you enjoy exploring your neck of the woods, and I am excited to be sending you very shortly this Buttercup tincture and some dried Buttercup for your home apothecary. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Stephanie Matthews, and this has been Nature Craft Box.